Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good morning, students.
Morning, Miss.
Morning, Miss.
How are you today?
Good.
I'm
How
fine,
about
Miss. And you?
I'm good too, thank you. Okay, before we start our class today, Lydia, can you lead the prayer?
All right, Miss. Before we start our learning today, let's pray together. Pray begin. Finish.
Okay, thank you, Lydia. I want to check your attendance. Please pay attention. Lydia Putri Anggraini,
Present, Miss.
Siti Mariam Mama.
Present, Miss.
Okay, no one is absent today. Can I start our class?
Yes, Miss.
Okay, I want to ask, does anyone know about our topic today?
I think about narrative text, Miss.
Yes, that's right, Maria. Have you ever read about narrative text?
Yes, Miss.
Yes, Miss.
Okay, good. So, do you know certain information about narrative text?
May I, Miss?
Yes, Miriam.
Narrative text is one type of text in English and has a generic structure like other types of text. Exactly.
Okay, that's
Miss.
right. So, narrative text is one of the texts in English. As I said last week, in English, text is divided into several types. Can anyone mention some of text in English?
May I, Miss?
Yes, Lydia.
So there are descriptive text, recount text, narrative text, news item, procedure text, and many others, Miss.
Yes, thank you, Lydia. So what Lydia mentioned is included in the types of text in English. But for today, we are going to learn about narrative text in form of short story. Okay, now we will study about this text. We are discuss about what are the generic structure of narrative text, what are the linguistic elements, and what kind of narrative text. And of course, I will show you the example of narrative text. So please prepare your notes and your stationery to write the what the important part of my explanation. Do you
Yes,
understand?
Miss. Yes, Miss.
Okay.
Yes, Miss.
I will share the screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes, Miss.
Okay, the first explanation is what is narrative text? So narrative text is one of the texts in English, which is for entertaining, getting, and keeping attention readers or listener on the story so they can enjoy and take the wisdom contained. So, jadi pada generic structure ini, jadi pada narrative text ini, pengertiannya ini kita bisa sebut juga sebagai social function atau fungsi sosial dari teks naratif. The next explanation is about generic structure. So narrative text has three generic structure. that you must know. The first one is orientation, the second one is complication, and the third is resolution. I want I will explain one by one, so please pay attention. The first one is orientation. What is orientation? Orientation is the beginning or introduction of the character and their characteristic in the story. And the second is complication. In complication, you will show the interesting part because the main character is prevented from reaching his goal or even triggering the conflict. And the last is resolution. In resolution, the part that will explain. So the next is about linguistic element. Please, Lydia, can you read this?
Yes, Miss. So the linguistic elements, first, use the past tense form, and then using nouns to replace the words animals, people, or things, using action verb such as walk, wrote, both, and talk, using adjective and adverb relating to people, animals, place, or action. Then using time conjunction such as after, as soon as, then. Using a specific character, then using usually uses several dialogues in the story, and the last is using saying and thinking verb such as told, said, and thought.
Okay, thank you, Lydia. So far, is there anything you want to ask, guys?
May I, Miss?
Yes, please, Mariam.
Okay. I wanna ask about what is character specific, Miss?
Okay, good question, Mariam. So, specific character is the main character in the story, and the main character and also other characters will be written clearly starting from the name, shape, color, and character. Do you understand, Mariam?
Yes, Miss. I understand. Thank you.
Okay, the next explanation is about kinds of narrative text. So, narrative text also has several kinds. The first is fable, the second myth, legend, folktale, fairy tale, and love story. And okay, the next is this is the example of narrative text. Can you read this text? Maybe Lydia.
Yes, Miss. So the title is Ant and Dove. One day, there are ants who are looking for water to drink. Finally, the ant saw a lake and the ant wanted to drink the lake water. But what happened was unexpected. The ant fell into the lake, and with the effort of the ant trying to keep their bodies floating on the water. But over time, the ant feels tired and resigns to the situation. Ants pray to God to be given help. Ants pray, God, please help me. Finally, there is a dove who comes to help the ant. The dove gave a leaf, the ant climbed the leaf, and the ant could stay afloat and head to the edge of the lake. Finally, the ant can survive and arrive at the edge of the lake. The ant said, "Thank you, dove, you helped me." The dove answered, You're welcome. Be careful. The deaf left the end. That's all, Miss.
Okay, thank you, Lydia. Now, after reading and listening this example, I want you to identify which are generic structure and the linguistic elements. What do you get from this narrative text? And does anyone want to explain just a little bit to us?
May I, Miss?
Yes, Miriam.
Okay. From this example, uh, this is the paragraph 1, this is orientation, and then paragraph 2, complication, paragraph 3, use resolution. Use the past tense such as saw, wanted, unexpected, feel, give, could, using saying and thinking verb like say.
Okay, that's
That's all.
right, Miriam. Thank you. Any more questions, guys?
No, Miss.
No, Miss.
Okay, good. Uh, do you like watching videos?
Yes, Miss.
Okay, I will show you a video about our topic today, so please pay attention. Narrative text itu, narrative text is an imaginary story to entertain people. Jadi naratif teks adalah cerita imajinatif yang bertujuan untuk menghibur orang. Jadi naratif teks itu adalah sebuah cerita imajinasi atau cerita fiksi atau tidak nyata yang bertujuan untuk menghibur orang. Jenis dari naratif teks itu biasanya berupa cerita imajinasi atau fiksi dan tidak nyata. Contohnya seperti dongeng atau disebut dengan fairy tale, ada cerita rakyat atau folklore, ada mitos atau myth, ada fable atau fable tuh kalau fable itu cerita yang tentang hewan seperti itu ya, dan ada legenda atau legend. Oke, sekarang kita akan belajar tentang struktur atau general structure of narrative text. The first one is orientation, the second is complication, the third is resolution, and the fourth is reorientation. Yang perlu diingat yaitu generic structure yang keempat yaitu reorientation. Jadi yang reorientation itu bersifat opsional. Maksudnya opsional yaitu dia tidak wajib ada, jadi tidak harus ada. Jadi yang wajib ada yang menjadi pokok dari generic structure dalam narrative text itu ada tiga. Yang pertama yaitu ada orientation, the second is complication, and the third is resolution. Baiklah, kita akan bahas satu persatu. Kita mulai dari generic structure yang pertama yaitu orientation. It is about the opening characters of the story were introduced. Jadi, dalam orientation ini berisi tentang paragraf pembukaan di mana karakter dari cerita tersebut mulai diperkenalkan. Yang dimaksud karakter di sini yaitu tokoh-tokohnya ya. Jadi mulai dari tokoh antagonis, protagonis, dan tripagonis semuanya mulai diperkenalkan dalam bagian yang pertama atau disebut dengan paragraf orientation. Lalu selanjutnya, set and scene where and where a story happens and if the physical people of the story, who and what is involved in the story. Jadi maksudnya dalam paragraf orientation ini mulai dikenalkan where atau di mana cerita tersebut terjadi, when, kapan waktu terjadi cerita tersebut, kemudian memperkenalkan para tokoh-tokoh dalam cerita tersebut, siapa dan apa yang ada dalam cerita tersebut. Generic structure yang kedua dalam narrative text yaitu complication, where the problems in the story is involved. Jadi dalam paragraf complication ini nanti permasalahan mulai muncul dan terjadi dan berkembang. Bisa memungkinkan ada beberapa permasalahan yang terjadi. So,
discuss the beginning of the problems which lead to the crisis or climate for the main participants. Maksudnya yaitu dalam paragraf complication ini nanti akan menceritakan permulaan masalah yang mengarah pada klimaks, maksudnya mengarah pada puncak permasalahan dari tokoh utamanya. Bagian yang ketiga atau generic structure yang ketiga dalam narrative text yaitu resolution. Where the problem is illustrated itself, the problem or the crisis is resolved either in happy ending or in sad or crisis ending. Jadi dalam paragraf resolution ini nanti masalah sudah mulai terselesaikan. Jadi semua permasalahan dalam paragraf yang kedua itu complication nanti sudah mulai terselesaikan dan bisa memungkinkan akan berakhir dengan happy ending atau akhir yang membahagiakan maupun bad ending atau akhir yang menyedihkan. Generic structure yang keempat dalam narrative text yaitu reorientation. Perlu diingat sekali lagi bahwa generic structure yang keempat yaitu reorientation ini bersifat opsional. Jadi dia tidak harus ada. Misalkan dalam suatu paragraf naratif text itu tidak ada reorientation-nya pun tidak apa-apa karena ini tidak wajib ada. Yang wajib ada generic structure mulai nomor 1 sampai 3 ya. Dalam paragraf reorientation ini dia biasanya berisi tentang pelajaran moral, saran, atau pengajaran dari penulis. Maksudnya biasanya ada pesan moral dari cerita tersebut yang akan disampaikan. Nah, itu masuk ke dalam paragraf reorientation. Selanjutnya yang akan kita bahas yaitu ciri kebahasaan dalam narrative text. Ciri kebahasaan atau language or grammatical features dari narrative text yaitu yang pertama biasanya dalam narrative text itu dia susunan kalimatnya berbentuk past tense. Jadi kata kerjanya bentuk lampau karena menceritakan cerita yang sudah lampau terjadi. Contohnya seperti believe in a village, hear the promise, dan lain sebagainya. Lalu ciri kebahasaan yang kedua yaitu ada action verb atau kata kerja aktif seperti when, was, sang, last, was, dan lain sebagainya. Ingat, action verb dalam narrative text itu juga berbentuk past tense. Lalu yang ketiga, ciri kebahasaannya yaitu ada time, connector, or conjunction. Ada kata penghubungnya seperti then, since, before, after, as soon as, etc. dan lain sebagainya. Ciri kebahasaan berikutnya dalam narrative text yaitu ada direct speech atau ucapan langsung. Contohnya seperti you should pronounce speech larat. Terus berikutnya ada indirect speech. Kalau direct speech jadi ucapan langsung atau kalimat langsung. Kalau indirect speech itu ucapan tidak langsung atau kalimat tidak langsung. Contohnya seperti the old woman said, you didn't find a way. Lalu ciri kebahasaan berikutnya ada adjective ya, ada kata sifat seperti beautiful, old, young, dan lain sebagainya. Lalu ada adverb atau keterangan, contohnya ada happily, carelessly, carefully, dan lain sebagainya.
Okay. After watching this video, please open your book, page 22, 23, and 24. Please make group consist 2 members, and then I want you to find and read a narrative text with your partner to identify the generic structure and other points. You can put your work on PPT and after that you can share to us. Do you understand, guys?
Yes, Miss.
Yes, Miss.
Understand.
Okay, I will give you 5 minutes. Start from now. Okay, guys, have you finished?
Yes, Miss,
Yes,
finish.
Miss.
Okay, you can share your work.
Yes, Miss. I will share my PPT. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
So this is group members. First, me, Lydia Putri Anggraini, and then Siti Maryam Mamang. I will present about the narrative text. The title is Snail and Deer. Our group title is Snail and Deer. This text tells about
Lydia, can you move to the second slide? Slide keduanya.
yes, Miss. This is the second
Oh,
PPT.
di
Can you
saya,
see?
di saya
Okay.
tidak terlihat. Oke, sudah.
Okay, I will start. So our group title is Snail and Deer. This text tells about a competition that was followed by snails and deer. In the first paragraph is the orientation, where there is an introduction to the character and characteristic. The snail challenged the deer in a competition. And the second paragraph is a complication. This shows that there is a conflict that makes the story interesting. The famous snail is slow, but can win the race because it has cheated. And the next presentation will be present my friends Maria Mamang.
Okay, thank you, Lydia. I will continue the last paragraph. Is the resolution, which shows the resolution of the problem to complication. This text also uses past tense such as was, were, expected, won, and other. There is also a dialogue between characters using saying and thinking verbs like said and using adjective. That's all.
Okay, thank you. You can stop sharing. Okay. Okay, thank you all. I think this group is good enough and you can explain well to me and to your friends. So which is the generic structure and the linguistic elements for your text. Thank you very much. And thank you very much for your explaining and thank you for coming. Okay, because our class is over and I hope that the material that I given to you you will understand and that's our class for today. Thank you for coming and see you next week. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam
Waalaikumsalam
warahmatullahi
warahmatullahi
wabarakatuh.
wabarakatuh.
Thank you too, Miss.
Thank you, Miss.
You're welcome.